we are weeks removed now from Philly being bounced in the postseason by Trae Young and the Hawks, but Ben Simmons' woeful performance is still on the minds of many. As Ben heads into an offseason to work on his shot and perhaps a new mentality, his teammate Danny Green offered another solution too. Philly's fans, they gotta be better.
You think the crowd and Philly can have an effect on somebody like Ben Simmons in those moments?
For sure, it has an effect on everybody. And I think that's something that needs to change in the city. You know, I love our fans, but, when things aren't going well, they can turn on you. That's the one thing that I would disagree with or dislike. But, some guys use it as motivation, some guys have a chip on their shoulder. But, I think that needs to change somewhat. They need to be riding with us regardless of how things are going.
Alan, Keyshawn, I don't know about you, I'm riled up about this. Alan, do the fans have a responsibility to stay loyal to the team no matter what?
They are loyal to the team. They're loyal to winning first. They're loyal to success. So, I have many different takes on this. And the first one is fans are not helicopter parents. Helicopter parents is like the kid can do no wrong. There are certain players that just a fan base embraces, sometimes irrationally. We've seen it here in New York, but a lot of different people, you're like, really, this guy? But they absolutely just love him. He can do no wrong, and it's everybody else's fault why he didn't have success. But a lot of times, there's a guy who will come in as a star, Ben Simmons being one of them, and the expectations are high. And early on, you coddle him because he's a young player. And then as you start to, you got to start getting that level that we have set, that bar that we have set for you. Well, you're not reaching that bar. And then we're hearing some things about you and your off seasons and how there's work that you should be putting in. Here's the other thing about fans that now this part's irrational, where when you go on social media in your off season and you talk about a vacation you're on, or maybe you're going to go into the studio and cut a track or whatever it is. What do people say in the comments? Get in the gym, work on your free throws. All people care about is that stuff. So it's coincidental that Philly is a city of brotherly love. And what do we do as fans in Philadelphia? But we treat you like you're a younger brother. We'll beat you up, but if somebody else does, now we'll come to your defense. But the Ben Simmons thing goes beyond all that. The Ben Simmons thing has become a frustration that he's allowed to get into his head. So should fans only cheer for their team, their home team? No, you cheer for results. That's what you want. That's what you are as a fan. I want you to win and help my team win. And if you're keeping my team from winning, you're going to hear about it, and that's what's happening in Philly right now.
I think you, as a fan, you're supposed to support your team and the player that is on your team to do the best that he can possibly do at that point in time. No question about it. What happens with Ben Simmons is you're now getting into his head. Now you're playing mind games, but yet and still, you want him to win. And you want him to bring home a championship, but you're booing him. You're being negative. So when you run him out of town and he goes somewhere else, and all of a sudden, he turns into something different than what you had, you'll start to blame the coach in the organization, but not yourself as fans for treating people a certain way. I'm not one. I'm not a fanboy, nor am I a helicopter dad. To a degree, I am, but not really. And so when I look at it, I say to myself, Ben Simmons struggles at the free throw line. He struggles shooting the football. That's confidence. The basketball. That's confidence. You're not helping his confidence by treating him wrong, whether it's social media, booing him, doing bad things, saying bad things. It just doesn't help the situation, because what do athletes say is, I don't want to be here now. I'm out of here. I don't want to be around these people. This is ridiculous. And so now you're getting into his emotions week in, week out, night in, night out. So he goes to management and he says, I want out. Now the first thing you start to say is, he's not good. Oh, he's boring. Oh, look at the crybaby. Well, you help create the situation rather than understanding why he's in this situation. It's not all about he's not shooting free throws in the middle of the night. Maybe it's psychological. Maybe you're playing a part of it by treating him a certain way. Support is key. Support the player as long as he's on your team.
I'm supporting you with tough love, Key. That's what I'm doing. I'm supporting you with tough love.
But maybe he's not built like that.
I'm letting you know, this is not good enough. You're better than this, and I expect more out of you.
It's not your job. You're not the coach, and you're not the organization.
I'm a fan. I'm more important.
Sits in the seat and try and cheer him on and motivate him versus booing him and talking negative
Is this what you want?
all the time.
It's okay. You'll make the next one. Don't worry about it, Benny. It's fine. Shoot another. It's okay.
I didn't say you had the
You're not
softball.
getting that.
I didn't say you
I'm
had the
watching a
softball.
playoff game. The process was supposed to have gotten me a ring by
You
now.
don't have to
Ooh,
go.
you are an
and
entitled
be,
fan.
Yeah, he's so a fan. You don't have to go and be that internet guy on social media in your little.
Oh, that's where I'm going
You don't
next
have to
after
do
the
it.
game. Oh, you're hearing about it after the game. I'm going to start packing out right now. I'm going to go right to your Instagram.
You don't have to do that.
You played. If a fan base boos you, will you have loyalty to that city?
Yeah, I had loyal to this city, and they booed the hell out of me constantly.
Wait.
Constantly.
Wait.
I just kept
hang
playing.
on.
I didn't pay them people no damn attention, girl.
1 in 15 boos, right?
Oh, it's
Now,
ridiculous.
now, hang on.
What at 15? They had the head, the paper bag on the face. The guy takes the paper bag on the face, screams at all of us, looks at me and go, "You two, you suck. You're the worst. Get out of here. Go back to California."
Waste of a draft pick.
Waste of a draft pick. I didn't listen to that because mentally I'm strong enough not to pay that any
But
attention.
what happens, let's fast forward from 96 to 98, Bill Parcells is there and you guys go to the conference champ. That whole season, that same guy, was he still doing that? Or was he going, "Great job, Keyshawn, great job"? What a great pick that was.
He's a turncoat, though.
No, it's not a turncoat. That's a fan. It's short for fanatic. We're nuts. This is what we do.
I guess that's what you do. I just never paid attention at that level to fans. I don't pay attention to social media. I don't know if Ben Simmons does. It certainly seems like there's things that get in the way of Ben Simmons based on those sort of comments that's being made. And now everybody wants to run him out of Philadelphia. It's just,
Hey, listen, your coach and the whole coaching staff and the front office, their job is to keep Ben Simmons' head in the right place. Their job is to make sure that his weaknesses turn to strength. My job as a fan is to demand the performance that I'm looking for that night.
If you demand the
I want my
performance
team
that
to
you're
win.
looking for, you pay good money for your seats, you want to see a winning product put on the court.
Yeah, I give you all my
What good does it
emotions.
serve you to be negative and over the top, hiding on a screensaver or whatever the hell that
makes me feel better. I get it out of my system.
At the game. You didn't pay good money to demand what that performance is.
My fandom is not about the money I spent on the ticket. The money I spent on the ticket, my demand is on the performance of I came to see a good show. I hope I get one. My demand is my emotion that I devote to you as a player and a team where I'm investing myself. I invest myself into your team and you as a player. And I want to get paid back.
I want to give you a hard question then because I see where you're coming from with all of this. Literally 2019, I was following the 76ers run up until the Raptors. Second round, so they're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Second round of the playoffs. Imagine.
That was the whole process thing for the first time we really started to see it. Right.
Imagine other fan bases whose teams aren't even in the playoffs. They're in the playoffs. Game one, those Philly fans booed the 76ers. They're supposed to be the wind underneath their wings.
People, though.
That's Philly.
Was that
Philly's a
wrong?
little different.
Was that wrong?
Absolutely.
Santa Claus.
Thank you.
Game
That's
one.
what I wanted to know.
Yeah, game one. Listen, I'm from.
one.
Now, let's not. I'm not from
Philly
Philly.
fans booed them.
I'm from New York. All right, and so
from New York.
Same
yeah,
thing.
you're from New York too, so
Ain't no
you
difference.
understand where we're coming
Yes.
from. New York.
Same thing.
Like here's the great example. I'm going to
Same
do it.
thing.
I'm going to do it, Key. I'm
Same
bringing up
thing.
the Knicks right now on first take. I'm going to do it.
Same
Come
thing.
on, Nick.
Because the Knicks got to the playoffs for the first time in about, 75 years? They haven't been in the playoffs in forever, right? And they get to the playoffs, and they play the Hawks, and everybody's like, the Knicks should beat the Hawks. They don't. But what did the fans do when that series ended? Was it booing that team, or thank you for a season we've been waiting for, can't wait till next year?
It's an intellectual fandom, and that's a difference. You boo bad effort, but you don't just boo anything.
Yeah, the game one doesn't make sense.
That was whack.
But with
Shame
Ben
on
now,
you.
the
Shame on you, Philly
frustration,
fan.
the frustration is coming because this process thing is taking long enough. You're supposed to be a star leading us to a championship, and you're holding us back, and that's
I
where
hope
that
he
anger
goes
comes out.
somewhere and just lights the world on fire.
Hey,
You want him to go to the Lakers, don't you?
We
I
can
think
use
Ben
him, I'm
Simmons
sure.
got a lot of potential. I'm a big fan. I hope he works it out. All right, guys, let's take a break here.
Good player.
A star-studded USA basketball team will be going for the gold in Tokyo, but without any fans present. Will the games lose their luster without fans? We debate that next. Plus, there's nobody more polarizing in sports than Conor McGregor, right? Or is there? Keyshawn has assembled his top 5 sports figures that are both loved and hated. Stay
Key on that
tuned.
list?